What is up, guys? It's TheGreatWall, back at it again with another video. Today, we are going to be rebuilding the Seattle Mariners. And I know you're thinking, what's the twist on this one? Well, if you do or don't know, the Mariners picked a very special player in the draft last year by the name of Hirangelo Sintji, I think is how you say that. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I am. And our challenge for this video is to only rebuild using switch hitters. And I know what you're thinking, that's not really the craziest thing hitting wise, but pitching wise, there really are not many switch hitting pitchers. We have two, maybe, yeah, we have two of them right now. Um, that being said, though, the first thing I'm doing, just to make this a little more fun, is we are going to be going over here, and we are going to be giving him 99 potential, just for the hell of it, just for the fun of it. Does that put him on the top prospects list? Yes, it does. But he's going to have 99 potential. He's going to be the main guy we build around. But just looking around at this team, I don't think they have any pitchers that are switch hitters, really that many. But they do have Cal Raleigh, who is one of the better catchers, and he is also a switch hitter. Um, the only other switch hitter I remember seeing is Jorge Polanco. But that being said, I'm going to start making moves, start getting rid of some players, and start picking up some switch hitters to add to this team. So, yeah, I'll see you guys when I make my first move. We are going to send Victor Robles and Cade Marlowe over to the Yankees in exchange for Jason Dominguez, switch hitter, B potential, 71 overall. See if we can develop him a little bit and maybe turn him into a usable bat. We're going to send Casey Legumina, Taylor Dollard, and J.P. Crawford over to the Pirates in exchange for Bubba Chandler, who I just found out right now is a switch hitter. So yeah, this is a deal we're going to make. Hopefully he develops for us. We're going to send Trent Thornton, Mitch Garver, and Dylan Moore over to the White Sox in exchange for Edgar Quiero. Switch hitter, B potential. Why not add him to the team? We're going to send Ryan Bliss, Trevor Gott, and Shintaro Fujinami over to the Dodgers in exchange for Alex Freeland. 23 years old, switch hitter, B potential. See if we can develop him for the next couple of years and then use him. We're going to send Jack Lopez and Cole Young over to the Padres in exchange for Leo Dallas, Dave Ree. Switch hitter, obviously, everyone has to be. B potential, 18 years old. Develop him and see if we can use him. We're going to send Julio Rodriguez and Caleb Cali over to the Reds for Edwin Arroyo. And yeah, you're seeing that right. Ellie De La Cruz. I don't know why, but this is a deal. This is a deal that's acceptable, and we're going to make it. Yeah, we'll take it. We're going to send Randy Rosarena and Brian Wu over to the Orioles for Adley Rutschman. He might play first base. Cal might play first base. One of them is going to end up at first or DH. But yeah, this is a deal we're going to make. Hopefully, it plays out pretty well for us. We're going to send Gregory Santos and Blas Castano over to the Padres for Jeremiah Estrada. 26 years old, B potential, switch hitting. So, yeah, pretty simple deal. We are going to send Luis Castillo over to the Braves in exchange for Ozzy Albies. Pretty straightforward deal. We're going to send Michael Arroyo and Jared Sundstrom over to the Diamondbacks for Geraldo Perdomo. B potential, 25 years old, 77. I think we could develop him a little bit. We're going to send Luke Raley, Hogan Windish, and Miles Mastrobuoni over to the Marlins for Xavier Edwards. See if we can develop him a little bit, maybe get that power up a little bit, and yeah, see if he can be a good piece for us. We are going to send Emerson Hancock, Donovan Solano, and Ty Pete over the Giants in exchange for Patrick Bailey. I don't know where he's going to fit into our team yet, but he'll find a spot. Alright, we're going to send Hunter Cranton, Cole Emerson over to the Angels in exchange for Ryan Johnson and Luis Rengifo. Probably not going to make too many other moves, but yeah, that's going to be one of the ones we do make. We're going to send Matt Brash to the Reds in exchange for Ryan Richardson, who I'm going to turn into a starter, Yvonne Johnson, and Heimer Candelario. This is a terrible deal. No matter what way you look at it, we are losing a lot of money. We're taking on a lot, but I just want to get rid of some of these guys for whatever value we can get out of them, to be honest. So we'll take this deal. All right, we are at the All-Star break. We are 39 and 55, which is a lot better than I need to be. I want to get a good pick for the next year, because our pitching staff obviously is not there yet. Brian Wu, I trade him. Obviously, he becomes a beast. Alex Cobb, wow, good for him. Do we have any pitchers here? I highly doubt we have a singular starting pitcher here. Oh, David Pedroza, 4.04 ERA. All right, that's not the worst thing in the world. Looks like the only one. Jeremiah Estrada, how are you doing? Okay, not the worst in the world. Could be better, but could be worse. All right. Catcher Adley Rutschman hitting 250, not terrible. First base is Cal Raleigh hitting 264, not bad. Second base, Luis Rengifo hitting 237. Okay, could be better. Could be actually. Wait, no, I'm pretty sure he's our DH. No, he's playing third base actually. Ozzy Albies is our second baseman hitting 261, not bad. Third base, we do have a second baseman playing there. Shortstop, who is our shortstop? Perdomo hitting 280 actually. That's not bad. Not bad at all. In left field, we do have what's his name, the Martian. Jason Dominguez hitting 260. This team can hit for some reason. Ellie De La Cruz only hitting 232. That's got to change. Right field, we have Xavier Edwards. How's he doing? He's hitting 228, which is pretty dreadful. He's going down a lot already. Don't think he's going to be our right fielder for the future. And then DH, who is our actual DH, Patrick Bailey, hitting 268. Not bad. He's up 3 overalls already. Not bad. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna go draft some players and yeah, do a job. Alright, so we did have a pretty shitty draft class, except for these two guys, which will have to be traded because neither of them are switch hitters, but took a lot of shots in the dark at switch hitters. Not many of them played out very well. I'm not even gonna look at other teams. I'll just try to get players in the offseason. But I mean, this guy might be decent in the future. This guy's definitely going to be decent in the future. Just took a lot of swings and a lot of misses, unfortunately. These two guys will be traded on. Yeah, alright. It's unfortunate. Arangelo hit 162 down in Double A. How'd he pitch, though? He was 4 and 15 with a 3.28 ERA. Actually, that's not bad. But 4 and 15 is wild. I don't think we really had too many other prospects down here, from what I remember. What about AAA? Edwin Arroyo 220 is not great. Leo Dallas 252 is not terrible. Edgar 202 isn't good. Alex Freeland 248 is not the worst. 241 is not bad, and 217 isn't great. Yeah, that's pretty much all we had. All right, so we did finish 64 and 98, which I think we actually do finish in the bottom of the AL West. But it looks like we did have. Oh, never mind. These two teams. Wow, 52 wins for the Rockies. That is abysmal. 57 for the Marlins. 82 wins for the Red Sox. Not bad. But we did have one of the worst records in baseball, which means we'll get a great pick. Wow, the AL Central. Poor 85 win Tigers don't make it through. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, but let's see how our players did. I'm assuming we didn't have any league leaders anywhere, if I had to guess. Ellie De La Cruz tied for first for stolen bases. Victor Robles, someone that we had on our team until we traded him for Jason Dominguez. Jacob Young went to the Royals. Okay. But yeah, funny that we would have had the top two guys in stolen bases. Anyone else on our team do anything exciting? I really doubt it, honestly. Where did our closer finish off? Wow, they had. Oh, never mind. I'm blind. Mariners, Jeremiah Estrada, 36 saves, 4 blown saves. That's not bad. Not a bad year for him. Oh, shutouts. David Pedroza, the 70 overall, managed to throw 2 shutouts. 10 and 14 record is not bad, considering how bad he is, overall wise. Pedroza tied for third with walks. Alright, pitching war. Did we have anyone here? I doubt it. Maybe Pedroza? You're telling me not even he's here? Nope. Alright. Batting war, anyone from our team. Adley Rutschman 6.1. Ellie with a 5.3. Let's see. Any other Mariner players here? Maybe a Cal? Do I see a Cal maybe? Cal, yes, there he is. And Perdomo. Alright, not bad. Let's take a look at the award list. MVP, Brent Rooker on the Orioles. Okay, then. I'm doubting we had anyone anywhere for anything. Rookie of the year, they had 2 players here. Guessing Kobe Maya was part of that deal for, what's his name, for Brent Rooker. Adley, 3rd for Gold Glove catcher. Cal Raleigh, 3rd for Gold Glove first base. Alright, that's good. Ellie De La Cruz, 2nd for Gold Glove center field. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did move Ellie to center field. Adley, 2nd for Silver Slugger catcher. Ozzy Albies, 2nd or 3rd for Silver Slugger second base. So we do not win a single award. Alright. That being said, I'll see you guys if I make any moves in the offseason. Actually, we'll see who wins the World Series. The Yankees beat the Braves. Alright. Who retires? Casey Lawrence? Don't even know who you are. No one in the Hall of Fame. Alright, I'll see you guys when I make some moves. We are going to send Miguel and Bryce Miller over to the Blue Jays in exchange for Stuart Baroa, Jonathan Clase, and Anthony Santander. Just looking to beef up this team a little bit because the pitching's not there yet, so see if we can get some better players and make this team a good hitting team at least. We're going to send Harry Ford and George Kirby over to the Pirates for Brian Reynolds. It's just a deal we have to make, so yeah. We are going to send Felix Castro, Gabe Spear, and Jason Ruffcorn over to the Marlins in exchange for Mariano Calderon, Starlin Caba, and Jacob Berry. This deal we're going to make hopefully plays out well for us. We're going to send Dominic Canzone over to the Marlins in exchange for Ronnie Simon. Yeah, he's a switch hitter. He's not, so pretty much the reason for the deal. We're going to send Logan Gilbert and Carlos Casilla, as well as Leo Dallas Davry, over to the Mets for Francisco Lindor and Ronnie Mauricio. I know what you're thinking, Leo Dallas Davry. We're going to go back. We're going to get him after we make this trade, so you'll see that in a second. We're going to send Luis Castillo, not the good one, and Lazaro Montes over to the Mets for Leo Dallas Davry. I told you I was going to go get him back immediately, and we do, so that's the reason for this trade. We're going to send Walter Ford, Blake Hunt, and Tyler Locklear to the Phillies for Benny Bong. 59 overall, but he's a switch hitting pitcher, which is hard to find in this game, so we're going to make this deal. Hope it plays out well for us. We're going to send Heimer Candelario, Samad Taylor, and Brandon Garcia over the Royals in exchange for Avi Shabazian. Definitely butchered that, I apologize. But big potential, and he's a switch hitter. So we're going to take that deal. And yeah, I know we technically are losing a switch hitter in Heimer, but $15 million, I don't want to pay that anymore. So we're going to make this deal. We are going to send Ryan Hawks and Johnny Firmello over to the White Sox in exchange for Alfonso Ramirez, switch hitter, starting pitcher. Pretty much it. We're going to send Victor Labrada, Blake Rambush, and where is he? Michael Morales over the White Sox in exchange for Braden Montgomery, switch hitter. All you need to know, pretty much. We are going to add Victor Caratini to the team. Thank you very much. What about Ken Lee? We get Ken Lee as well. We got 2 switch hitters added to the team. So we'll take that. We'll definitely take that. We do have the 3rd best odds at the #1 overall pick. You can't see it because my face is blocking it, but if we stay top 3, I'll be fine. If we stay top 3, that's all that matters to me. So, yeah. We stay number 3. The Diamondbacks jump up 12. All the way from 16th to number 4. they missed the playoffs by like 3 games. Okay then. Yeah, Angels move up to number one. Rockies get shafted, move down to number five. All right. Yeah, that's fun. Oswaldo Cabrera is gonna sign with us. JT, not yet. Josh Bell, you know you want to sign. Come on. Yep, Josh Bell is gonna sign with the Mariners. We will take it. JT is gonna sign, which is funny because I offered him 2.5 million a year for 3 years. He didn't take it. I offer him 1.8 for 3 years, and he takes it. So welcome to the team. It's the last move we're gonna make this off season. All right, so I have been simming in Double A. Our Double A team is decent. Triple A is apparently doing pretty decent as well. Our MLB team is atrocious. I mean, actually, it's not the worst. It's not good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the worst I've ever seen. Considering we're only 5 games back, and the best team in our division is 8 games under 500, but that's neither here nor there. We do have 2 All-Stars off rip, which is beautiful. I do want to see my main man, Bubba Chandler, here. That is all I care about. I don't think we're going to be seeing Bubba Chandler here. We do not. Alright. Relief pitchers, I really don't care. Closing pitchers, though, how is our guy Andres Munoz, who used to be on our team, is doing pretty decent. Jeremiah Estrada, wow, 470 ERA. Tough. All right, catcher Adley, obviously doing a great job. We do love to see it. First base, who was our first baseman? Cal hitting 208, not good. Second base, we have Luis. Actually, no, we do not. Luis Rengifo is my DH. My second baseman is Ozzy Albies hitting 251. Respectable. Third base, we have Geraldo Perdomo hitting 290. 290, I do like. Shortstop, we have Francisco Lindor hitting 270. Okay, I can respect that. Left field is Anthony Santander hitting 251. 12 home runs. Okay. Center field, obviously, we have Ellie hitting 260 with 23 tanks. And then in right field, we do have Brian Reynolds hitting 253. So I think if our starting rotation was better, we'd be in a great spot. I mean, 6.62 ERA being our best starting pitcher is kind of ass. 4.27 is not terrible. 6.3, 6.73. Like I said, if we had an actual like competent rotation slash bullpen, this team would be lethal. But considering I'm assuming we have probably the worst run differential in the league by a lot. Yeah, 514 runs against. Puts us as definitely the worst team by a lot. Yeah, we're the worst team by a lot in terms of runs against. Considering the Astros have 481 and we're still like 30 ahead of them. Yeah, yeah. All right, but I'm gonna go to the draft and yeah, see if we can find our next future ace or something. All right, we did have a decent draft class. Obviously took a couple hits, couple misses. It's gonna happen, but we drafted all starting pitchers. There is one guy that I want to see, but this guy might come up next year. Like we got a lot of guys who might be MLB ready within the year or two, so that's a good thing. Yeah. That being said, I'm gonna go find that one guy and see if he was actually good. Okay, this is a guy that I was thinking about taking in the first round, but I'm glad I didn't. Glad I got the guys we got. Because don't get me wrong, he's decent, but 83 potential on him isn't gonna, do a job for us. So glad we went with what we went with. All right, in Double A, Harangelo hit 150. I think that is an improvement on last year, but how did he do pitching? 12 and 9, 2.66 ERA is very good. Up to 68 overall. A lot of great growth around here. Obviously some not great growth, but at least it's something. See, Triple A. Wow, hitting 200 as a 70 overall is kind of sad, but up to 74, up to 77. These guys might make the jump next year. Obviously, a couple throwaway guys. Yasmani. I'm pretty sure I just signed. Yeah. I mean, Leo Dallas 260 is not bad. We're gonna probably give these guys another year or two to develop down there. How'd the pitching rotations do? Don't care about them. Rangelo 2-6. Avi with a 4. 3-3 for David. 2-8-6 for Alfonso. And 3-9-2 for Benny. Nelson Chu 4-1-6 did not develop whatsoever. Damien did develop a little bit. I think he went up literally 1 overall. I don't know how it was only 1, but yeah. He also went up 1. Is what it is. Yeah, let's just finish out the rest of this MLB year. We finished 73 and 89 somehow. Where does that put us? Puts us in dead last in our division. Not worse than the White Sox or the Rays. Yeah, so we're probably fighting for like number 8 pick or something. League leaders, David Pedroza. Nice. What are the odds that we have anyone in any actual meaningful category? Ellie De La Cruz, 5th for doubles. Ellie De La Cruz for runs, not bad. I don't know how. Ellie, 2nd for stolen bases. Ellie, 3rd for walks, or 2nd for walks, I mean. Geraldo Perdomo, 5th for on base percentage. We'll take that. Anything else? Not thinking we're going to be here for anything else. David Pedroza, except for that, who pitched 39 games, had a 4.09 ERA. Not the worst in the world, considering I had him going out there so much. Pitching war. Can Bubba Chandler just be anywhere on this list, please? Hell, can any of our starters? David Pedroza, 2.1. No Bubba Chandler sighting. Batting war. Ellie De La Cruz with an 8 batting war. He might have won an MVP here. Francisco Lindor 6.2. Adley with a 4.4. Perdomo with a 4.3. The hitting is there. The pitching just needs to get there. The pitching needs to get there. Andrew Benintendi hit 276 with 20 home runs. Go off, I guess. I don't know. But let's see. Any awards? Ellie not even on the list for MVP is kind of nuts. All right. Bubba Chandler, 2nd for Rookie of the Year with this 6.58 ERA. That's horrendous. He pitched in 40 games, so there's that. Cal Raleigh, 2nd for Gold Glove, first base. Perdomo, 3rd. Francisco Lindor, 2nd. We had to have had at least a couple Silver Sluggers. There we go. Silver Slugger catcher. That's it. No Perdomo anywhere to be seen. No Lindor anywhere. Ellie in 5th. Wow. Okay. Yeah. No. That kind of adds up a little bit. All right. Well, not the most success that we could have asked for, but who wins the World Series? It is the Brewers. Somehow. Let's see who retired. Kenley's gonna retire. Robbie Melendez and Tyson Rios all retire. I just signed this guy. Well, he's a 38 overall, so it makes sense. Liam Hendricks also retires. Clayton Kershaw and Max Scherzer both into the Hall. We'll take that. Yeah, I'll see you guys if we make any moves. We're gonna send Caden Polkovich, Taylor Walls, and Jonathan Clase. Yeah. Jonathan Clase over to the Cubs for Diego Gomez. He has like 80 something potential, like 85, 86 potential. So obviously our biggest need right now is pitching. So that's why we're making this deal. Hopefully he can develop. We're gonna send Jacob Berry, Diego Murillo, and Victor Caratini over to the Rangers in exchange for Dan Deal. Yeah, young, good potential switch hitter. Victor Caratini's getting up there in age. Jacob Berry, I mean, kind of only got him to be a trade piece in the future. And Diego Murillo only has 70 potential, so I think this is a good deal for us. We have the 7th best odds at the number 1 overall pick. We're not getting it, but it would be funny if we did. Let's see where we end up, though. Probably going to stay at number 7 if I had to guess, or go down. We stay exactly number 7. Alright, that's fine with me. I don't mind the 7th pick. I really don't. Alright, we have been simming through Double A. Triple A team looks good. MLB team, we're 42 and 52. Don't think we're making the playoffs this year. But just taking a look at the All-Star voting, we have Ellie out there. It's the only one I see as of right now. Please tell me we at least have one starting pitcher this year. Just one. Just give me Bubba Chandler on here somewhere, please. Oh, Charlie. I don't think I missed anyone. So, it looks like we only have one. Yep. Only one is Charlie. Closing pitcher, how is Jeremiah Estrada doing? 22 saves, 5 blown saves. Not great, but not terrible. Catcher. Wow, Adley Rutschman having himself a down year and a half. That's not ideal. First base. Um, Cal also having a bit of a down year. Second base, Luis Rengifo, not terrible, but he's not our second baseman. It's Ozzy Albies hitting 211. Wow. Third base, Geraldo Perdomo hitting 291. That's not bad. He's actually turned out to be pretty good for us, so not bad. Shortstop, who do we even have here at shortstop? Oh, Francisco Lindor hitting 252. All right. Left field, Anthony Santander hitting 265 with 32 tanks. Considering he had 21 last year, that's insane. Ellie De La Cruz doing what he does, 258. Right field, we have Brian Reynolds hitting 256. Not the worst. Not the worst. DH is obviously Tyler Fitzgerald. What the hell? Luis Rengifo, who's hitting 214. So not much there, but our team is dreadful. I think if our hitters turn it around, we might actually be able to make a playoff push of some kind. I mean, we're not the best team, but once we get that pitching put together, we'll be insane. But yeah, let's go to the draft and see you when I see you. We do have Anthony Santander in the home run derby, which is very nice. That's our only one, though. Of course, Mark Vientos, he turns into a beast in this simulation, but I get him in the Angels one, and he's ass. I mean, actually, he's not hitting very well. Look at those stats, though. You'd think he'd be hitting better. Anyway, yeah. Oh, yeah, we had a big swing and a big hit. There we go. That is what we needed. Another top tier potential arm, 92. This guy's going to be a beast as well. A lot of not great-ish players here, but we'll develop some of them. Obviously, I have to trade this guy because he is a lefty. He doesn't hit, switch hit. But these three relief pitchers might actually be decent in the future, considering we haven't been able to find much in terms of switch hitting relief pitchers. But these two guys will definitely be coming up sooner rather than later. This guy might get the call up next year. He might just come straight to the MLB. But that being said, not a bad draft. I do want to see one player. I'm going to go find him and see if he was good or not. Okay, this is the guy that I was looking for. He's 76 overall with 88 potential. I might have to go try and trade for him next year. But, yeah, that's the one guy that I was looking at. Alright, our AAA team was electric. AA team was not. Let's sim out the rest of our MLB season. Obviously, AAA just got eliminated. We finished 79 and 83. Oh, man. We were right there. How close were we to making it? Wild card, we were 2 games back. Oh, man. 2 games back hurts. And I'm telling you, once we get our pitching staff together, we're going to call up all of our best pitchers next year. We're going to actually give ourselves a chance of making the playoffs. Because 794 runs against, we probably led the league in runs. Hold on. Let's take a look at all this first. Ellie at bats. Brian Reynolds tied for first with doubles. Ellie De La Cruz, #1 for triples. Anthony Santander led the league in home runs and RBIs. 151? 158? What the hell? Anthony Santander tied for first with the runs. Ellie second, or third, I mean. Ellie third for stolen bases, or second for stolen bases. Perdomo third for walks. The hitting is here. We just need the pitching. Like, look at these stats. Look at these stats. Pitching wise, we're not gonna have anyone anywhere near the top for anything besides maybe innings pitched. Oh, Bubba Chandler third for strikeouts. Like, pitching more, just show me Bubba Chandler. That's all I need to see is Bubba Chandler. Bubba Chandler, 2.3. We'll take that. Hitting war, we definitely had to... Dude. 6.6 for Santander. Okay. Ellie with 5.6. If Santander didn't win MVP, I'm going to be pissed. Lindor with a 4.3. Staying at his same overall. Cal Raleigh 4. So he definitely had a great second half. Perdomo with the 3.5. Not bad. Alright, that's it. Drew Gilbert. Not bad. Awards. We had to have won MVP. Santander wins MVP. Did I pass to Hank Aaron? No, I didn't. I don't think we had any rookies, so I'm not mad at this. Hank Aaron, Santander's not even on the list. Wow. Gold Glove first base Cal. Francisco Lindor second for shortstops. Silver Slugger, we had to have had a couple at least. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're kidding me? Not a single... Okay. So Santander and then Ellie in fourth, technically. So that's not terrible. But we do miss out on the postseason. Next year, we're going to make it. So let's sim the postseason. Who wins it? The Dodgers beat the Red Sox. Clear the postseason stats. Homer Bartley has retired, unfortunately. No Hall of Famers. Yeah, we look good to go. So I'll see you guys whenever I start making some moves here. We're going to send Tadahito Suzuki, who is a lefty, so I can't use him, and Tavian Josenberger over to the Nationals for Walt Sterling. He's got 88 potential, 76 overall. He's immediately getting called up to the MLB this year. So that's the deal. Hopefully it works out well for us. We're going to send Oswaldo Cabrera and Brooks Lee over to the Giants in exchange for Ronald Villarreal. He has 89 potential as a relief pitcher, switch hitter, so we need that. We're going to send David Pedroza, Lee Pittenger, and Stuart Baroa over to the Rays in exchange for Ruari Kogan. B potential, starting pitcher. Like I said, we need pitching and we need it bad. So we're going to get this guy, see if he can develop a little bit. We have the 14th best odds as the number 1 overall pick with a 0.8% chance. I don't think we're going to get it. If we did, then I don't know. But I don't think we're getting it. I think we're gonna stay at 14 probably. Yeah, we do. The Angels jump up 7 to number 1, and the White Sox drop from number 1 to number 6. That's tough. That is tough, but yeah, that's fine. Leody Taveras is gonna sign to the Seattle Mariners. 4-year deal. Just going to be a nice little bench bat to add to this team. Pretty much it. We're going to send Ivan Johnson and Ronnie Mauricio to the Rockies for Raul De Jesus. 2 overalls better. Better potential, so deal we're going to make. We're going to send Charlie and Daryl Moore over to the Phillies for Vinny Castro. Decent potential closing pitcher, switch hitter. You know, we need that. So we'll make that deal. We'll take it. I think that's the last deal I'm going to make before the season starts. Alright, you know the drill. I've been simming in AA. AA team's not doing great. AAA team's not doing great. But the MLB team is in first place with 58 wins. Off rep, we know Ellie's in center field for the All-Star team. What pitchers do we have here? We have to have at least one starter. Diego Gomez having himself a great rookie year. Who else do we have here? Come on, there's got to be at least a couple more. There we go. Bubba Chandler having himself a good year. 386. Howard Sasaki, not a terrible rookie campaign so far. Do we have anyone else? I know we have 2 more starters. Nope. Relief pitchers, I don't really know any. Closing pitchers. Jeremiah Estrada, 2.54 ERA, 27 saves, not bad. Where's our other closer? Not Reggie. Robert Fitzgerald, 4.74. Not great. Can be a lot better, but 15 holds isn't bad. Has 1 save, hasn't blown any saves, which is good. Adley Rutschman hitting 247, not the best, not the worst. First base, Cal hitting 268 with 22 tanks. We like that. Second base, I don't even know who our second baseman is. It's one of the 2 second basemen that we have. I don't think it's Ozzy Albies. He's only playing 100, he only has 101 at bats. I don't know who's playing there, but third base, where is Perdomo hitting 215, having himself a bit of a down year, but that's okay. I know he's going to pick it up second half. Shortstop, Lindor hitting 257, very consistent for the most part, except for this one year, but back to normal. So left field, Santander, back to normal, 250 with 19 tanks, still very good. Ellie, 22 tanks, 261 batting average, not bad. 72 RBIs is insane. Brian Reynolds hitting 320 so far with 22 tanks. Looks like it's his breakout year this year instead of Santander. But man, what a great start to the year. DH, who even is my DH? Xavier Edwards is my DH hitting 268. All right. If it's working, it's working. I'm not gonna mess with anything. I'm gonna go to the draft and then I'll see you guys when I see you. I don't know. Okay, so this guy we cannot keep unfortunately because he's not a switch hitter. I just took him for the value, but this guy's not bad. He's gonna be good in the future. Couple of ish arms. This guy obviously I have to trade him too. He's not switch hitter, but I mean not the worst draft in the world. Could have been a lot better, but could have been a lot worse. Three of these guys might be MLB arms in the future if it gets that far. Hopefully it doesn't, but not terrible. Could have been better, could have been worse, but yeah, that's all right. We're gonna just sim to the end of the season and see if we make the playoffs. We finished 93 and 69 in a 1 hour division. We'll take that. What do the standings look like? Oh yeah, we won by a lot. Very much of a down year for this division. We aren't gonna be the 1 seed. What are we? We are, wow. 97 wins doesn't even get you to the division in the East. The Blue Jays, wow. How do our runs against look? 724, so not good, but 845 runs scored. Definitely good. Let's take a look at the league leaders. Brian Reynolds finished in 5th for batting average, which is very good. 5th in hits as well. Ellie 5th in at-bats. 4th in doubles. 2nd in triples. 4th and 5th, Ellie and Cal for home runs. Ellie in 3rd for RBIs. 5th for Brian Reynolds for RBIs. Ellie 2nd for runs. Ellie 2nd for stolen bases. Victor Robles has been the stolen base king for like a decade in this game. Like, what the hell happened here? But anyway, moving on. Brian Reynolds 5th for slugging percentage, known for OPS. Howard Sasaki 4th for wins. Diego Gomez 2nd for home runs allowed. That's not bad. Rhett Lauder doing a job. Not bad. Sasaki 3rd. Oh, shutouts, and that doesn't really matter. Walt Sterling in his rookie season 2nd for strikeouts. I like that. Sasaki, that's, yeah. Complete games doesn't matter to me. Innings pitched doesn't really matter. Walks allowed. Whip. Wow. Apparently they just had like an elite rotation. All right. Pitching award Diego Gomez in his rookie year with a 4.3. He better win rookie of the year. Let's see. Any other pitchers on here? Walt Sterling with a 2.6. Other than that, oh, Howard Sasaki with a 2. Bubba Chandler with a 1.8. Not bad. Not bad. Batting war, Ellie with a 7.5. Let's see who else is here. Cal with a 4.7. Lindor with a 4.1. Reynolds with a 4. Rutschman with a 4. A lot of my players are on this list, which I do like to see. Yeah, very good all-around season. Let's go take a look at the awards, and then we'll get to the playoffs. Rookie of the year was Sasaki. Anyone else do anything exciting? It's not looking like it, but Sasaki wins Rookie of the Year. Diego Gomez in 3rd. Both phenomenal seasons here. We like that. And then let's see, anyone win anything? Cal 2nd for Gold Glove at first. Lindor 3rd for Gold Glove at short. Santander 3rd for Gold Glove in left. Ellie 3rd for Gold Glove in center. It's a good defensive team from what I'm looking at. Wow, they had 2 DH. Oh no, I'm stupid. These are 2 different teams. Cal 3rd for Silver Slugger, first base. Brian Reynolds in 4th Ellie De La Cruz in third. Not a great year from him, but not a bad year. So we'll take it. Brian Reynolds had himself a hell of a year. That being said, I'm going to put together my playoff roster and see if we can go win ourselves a World Series. Oh, actually, side note, Herangelo in his first full year as a rookie, 11 and 11, 5.51 ERA. Not a great year for him, but see if he can turn it around in the playoffs, hopefully. We are going to lose in the first round of the Guardians. I didn't think this year was going to be our year. Um, Giants beat the Red Sox. I didn't think that was going to be the year we won. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to re-up this team. We're going to get ourselves a World Series winning roster if we can. We're going to send JT Chargois and Reynel Delgado over to the Nationals in exchange for Richard Lutz. See if we can develop him a little bit and turn him into a beast. We are going to send Noah Miller over to the Mets in exchange for Jim Hanna. See potential switch hitting relief pitcher. Might as well take it. We're going to send Andres Ruiz, Boone Bonilla, and Yordis Valdez over to the Rays in exchange for Forrest Miller, 67 overall, be potential switch hitter. We need him on this team, see if we can develop him a little bit. Alright, you guys know the drill. We've been simming through Double A. They're doing okay-ish. Triple A's not doing great. MLB, we're 56 and 40, which I think is a downgrade by a few games from where we were last year. Let's take a look at the All-Star voting, though. We do have only Luis Rengifo. What happened to Ellie? Let's take a look at the starting pitchers. Diego Gomez, 311, not bad. Herangelo, up to 77, not doing the worst in the world. Walt Sterling, eh. Bubba Chandler's okay. My fifth starter on here? No, he's not. What about my closers? Jeremiah Estrada, 1.56 ERA, 27 saves, no blown saves. Hell of a start for him. See where Reggie Sellers, that's not who I'm looking for. I'm looking for Robert Fitzgerald, who has 2 blown saves. All right. Catcher Adley's hitting 290, not bad. First base is Cal hitting 266, not the worst. Luis Rengifo having himself a great year, 302. Playing in a lot more games than I thought he was, because isn't Ozzy Albies playing against lefties? He's hitting 253 though against the lefties, which is good. So that's, got to count for something. Third base is Perdomo hitting 266. Could be better, could be worse. Yeah. That's okay. Shortstop, Lindor hitting 260. Pretty much on par of what he normally does. I like that. He's going down a lot, though, which I just noticed. Left field is Santander, who's dropping a little bit. 226, 17 tanks, not bad. Ellie, still doing what he does. 273, not bad. And then last and certainly not least, Brian Reynolds doing a great job. DH, actually, is I think Jason Dominguez versus one side, who he's not hitting very well against, unfortunately. And then, yeah. I'll see you guys probably in the playoffs if I had to guess. Oh, this guy is a beast. That's huge. We unfortunately did not sign this guy. Wasn't worth the money he wanted. This guy is pretty much capped out where he is, which kind of sucks. This guy I can't use. This guy's never going to be anything special. This guy's decent. This guy's going to be a beast. And this guy I also cannot keep. So, that being said, not the best draft, but not the worst one. There was a couple high picks that were switch hitters. One of them was the Marlins, which means he couldn't have been good. God, no. I don't remember who the other one was, though, but that being said, we're going to move on, get to the playoffs. We finished 97 and 65. Did that just say we were a wild card team? Yeah, because the Rangers won 101 games. Alright. But we do have this, so we basically had Red Sox syndrome or whatever team that was last year. Dodgers are still insane. Yeah, but we are the 6th highest ranking team. Like, our rank is 6th. So this has to be the year. This has to be the year we make it to a deep playoff run. Let's take a look at league leaders and stuff like that. Brian Reynolds, 5th place again. Um, 2nd for hits, which is insane. Did that say Vladdy has 217 hits? He hit 346. He hit 346. What the hell? All right. Ellie, 4th for doubles. Santander, 2nd for home runs. Had a great second half, it looks like. Brian Reynolds, 116 RBIs is very solid. Ellie, 101. Brian Reynolds, 93. Not bad. Ellie, 3rd for stolen bases. Victor Robles is still insane. Ellie, 4th for walks. Who's that? Walt Sterling, 5th for wins. Herangelo, the switch pitcher, 2nd for losses. Only up to 79, which is not where I need him to be. Saves. Jeremiah Estrada tied for 3rd. Great year from him. Hell of a year from Lucas Erceg, though. Holy. ERA, we don't have anyone. Homers allowed. We have Herangelo, 5th place. Walt Sterling, 3rd for shutouts. Walt Sterling, 4th for strikeouts. Not bad. What overall is he's up to? 82. That's not bad. All right, pitching war. I need at least 4 of my starters to be here. Walt, 3.6. Diego Gomez, 2.7. Herangelo, 2.7. Bubba Chandler, 2.2. You're not really... Oh, Reggie Sellers with a 2. WAR for some reason, 3.87 ERA. All right. Yeah. All right. Batting war, Ellie, 6.9. Still going off. Francisco Lindor, 5.2. He's down to an 86, which is not what you like to see, but he had one of his best years for us, which is insane. Adley, 4.7, also dropping down a little bit overall wise. Renhefo, 4.2, not bad. Anyone else? Cal, 3.7. Brian Reynolds, 2.7. Santander, 2.6. So we only missed out on a couple players being here. So overall, not bad. Yeah. Alright, Red Sox beat the Mets. Freddie Freeman into the Hall of Fame. Yeah. I'll see you guys when I make some moves. We're going to send Hugh Getz and Merrill Estrada over to the Diamondbacks for Alfonso Rivera. Switch hitter, obviously. C potential, 71 overall. We just need to get something that's going to help us in the playoffs. We're going to send Harman Romano, Francisco Lindor, and Jansel Luis over to the Brewers in exchange for Brandon Pettit. I mean, hit 315. Switch hitter. I mean, we're going to have to find an option for a shortstop. It might just be Leo Dallas. It might just be time to call him up. Or it might be like one of these two guys. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. But Lindor has been dropping rapidly, and I need to just get him out of here, get what I can for him, and move on. So, yeah, that's the deal we're going to make. Hopefully it plays out well for us. We're going to send Willie Mata and Thomas Peck over to the Pirates in exchange for... Where is he? Alexis Dorta. Switch hitter, B potential. Neither of these guys are switch hitters, so I had to get rid of them anyway. So, we're going to make this deal. If we don't win it this year, this guy will probably get called up next year, so that's kind of the thought process. We are going to send Vernon Francisco and Sean Hernandez over to the Astros in exchange for Samuel Munoz and Kevin Michael, as well as Luke Tapia. Sean Hernandez, lefty, can't use him. Vernon Francisco, obviously he's a switch hitter, but he's 29, 780K. I don't want to be paying that, so we're going to make this deal. Hopefully it plays out well for us. We are going to send Bruno Ortega over to the White Sox in exchange for Lionel Patterson. Where is he? Lee Herrera and Sean Flood. Obviously a potential, but righty hitter, I can't use him. So that being said, that's the reason why we're making this deal. Got a bunch of switch hitters in here. See if any of them can pan out. But $180 million for the White Sox sitting there is kind of crazy. This might be one of the worst teams I've ever seen. It's actually not terrible, but it's pretty ass. But that being said, this is a deal I'm making. Not sure if we're making any more deals, but we just got offered this deal. I normally don't accept deals like this, but Kyle Leahy is a switch hitter, and I've been like thinking about trying to get him because he doesn't look actually terrible. So I think we're actually gonna make this deal. Kyle Leahy for Jason Irabu, 49 overall, and where is he? Eli Blanco. He's gonna hopefully be a very low end bullpen arm for us, but this actually doesn't seem like a terrible deal, so we're gonna make it. All right, you know the drills. Double A's doing okay. Triple A's, MLB team 46 and 48. That's tough. That's not what I'm looking for. Xavier Edwards and Ellie, both immediate All-Star starters. Walt Sterling's not too terrible, I should say. Howard Sasaki could be better, could be worse. Diego Gomez, wow, that's not good. So it's looking like our pitching is letting us down thus far. Jeremiah Estrada, 7 blown saves will definitely do that. Yeah, it looks like our pitching has been blowing games completely. Adley's hitting 288. Great year from him. He's going down, though. So, got to find a replacement for him soon if we can. Brandon Pettit hitting 310. That's what I'm talking about. Who's our other first baseman? Cal hitting 267. Not bad. Xavier Edwards hitting just below 300. 37 stolen bases already. All right. Yeah, that was definitely a great decision on my part. Perdomo hitting 265, not bad. Shortstop. Luis Rengifo hitting 256. Where did I trade? Where is Lindor's hitting 237, so it's actually not a bad move. Down to an 81, so great move on my part. Left field Santander hitting 223, not great. Ellie still being great. And then Brian Reynolds having another great year. Brandon Pettit is actually, I think, my DH. So yeah, very beautiful there. Yeah, we're gonna just keep going. Alright, we did have a pretty solid draft class. This guy's a beast. This guy, not so much. I took a shot in the dark. Didn't really do too well. This guy, though, that is what I'm talking about. He will probably, if we don't win it this year, he's gonna get called up next year at some point. Um, eh, not bad actually. I mean, sure, he's 23 years old with 93 potential on him. Might not be the worst in the world in the future. And then a couple shots in the dark, couple misses. That's fine. But yeah, I'm hoping that that draft class isn't gonna matter and that we're just gonna win it this year. But I'll see you guys in the playoffs, or at the end of the year, I should say. All right, we sneak in. We don't sneak in. We win the division. Somehow. How bad was our division this year? I mean, idiot wins isn't bad, but wow, we still won the division. Considering I don't think that would have won the division in any other division. I mean, never mind, NL East. Wow. All right. Yeah, the problem. I feel like our problem is definitely still the pitching. Walt Sterling had a great year. Wow, our hitting went off this year. Holy shit. Look at these two guys here. Corey Seager, 362 for what reason? At the ripe old age of 35, he's hitting 362 with 42 tanks. He won MVP. Xavier Edwards had the most hits. Pettit in 5th. CJ Abrams, my GOAT. Xavier Edwards 4th for doubles. Brian Reynolds 1st for triples with 59 speed, but go off king. Brian Reynolds most RBIs. Xavier Edwards most runs. Ellie in 3rd. Xavier Edwards 61 stolen bases. Yeah, that'll play. That will certainly play. Geraldo Perdomo 99 walks. Xavier Edwards 2nd for on base percentage. Brandon Pettit in 3rd or 4th. I mean, neither of those guys are OPS on the OPS list. Howard Sasaki 16-win season, good for him. Only 4 shutouts all year is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. Walt Sterling, #1 for strikeouts. Diego Gomez in 4th. Walt Sterling up to an 86 has progressed very well. 3rd for innings. All right, now the stat that we really care about. Pitching WAR, Walt Sterling in 2nd, right behind Tariq Skubal. Who else here from our team? Howard Sasaki, 2.4. Bubba Chandler, 2.2. Gomez, 2.2. Harangelo, please be on this list. He is not. Batting WAR, Ellie, 7.6, per usual. Xavier Edwards, 6.5. Let's see. Perdomo, 4.5. Brandon Pettit, 4. Brian Reynolds, 3.9. Adley, 3.4, is falling off a lot, unfortunately. Yeah. Victor Robles, 43 stolen bases. I mean, he's averaging like 40-something a year, which is insane. So, good for him. But yeah, did we win any awards? Alright. Walt Sterling, 3rd for Cy Young. Obviously, 2nd and 3rd for the batting title. Reliever of the year, we don't have anyone. Hunter Gaddis gets it done. Alright. Rookie of the year, Blaze Jordan, Rookie of the year. I don't know if we had any rookies, but it is what it is. Any awards, like anything. Brandon Pettit, 3rd for Silver Slugger, DH. Xavier Edwards, 3rd at 2nd base. Brian Reynolds, Silver Slugger, outfield. That's it. Wow, this guy's a beast. Yeah. All right, pretty big letdown, but hopefully we can get it done in the playoffs. This definitely isn't one of the best teams we've built. Now that I'm looking at the roster, but a lot of aging stars. This needs to be the year we get it done. So, Toronto, they killed us last year. Can we get it done this year? All right, we are facing the Blue Jays. They took us down last year. Can we change that this year? Immediately we move on. We like that. I'm going to go look at the playoff roster, make sure nothing changed. All right, going up against Kansas City. We're going to a Game 5. Can we get it done when it matters most? We are the away team. Can we get it done, please? I need this team to come through. I just really need this team to come through. We do have our ace on the bump. See if he can get the job done.
He's safe.
They start off with 1. We answer with 2. Walt, I need you to do a job. We got another run. Perfect.
3. Ball 4. Take your base. Take your base. Ball 4.
All right, we're jumping in. Gotta help Walt Sterling out here. Gotta get him out of this inning. If we win, we take on Cleveland in the ALCS. So that's something to keep in mind. Walt Sterling only throws 3 pitches, which is actually incredible. Francisco Alvarez kind of scares me a little bit right now. Packed stadium today. This spot. Yes, there we go. There's 1. There is 1. 7 Ks for him today. Not bad. Bryce Terang is their leadoff hitter. Alright. Alright.
That's a ball.
No.
Foul ball. Nope. Ball. 2 and 2.
Yes, alright. Huge. Gonna hop back into the sim. Let the offense take care of business. Who'd they bring in? Nathaniel DeMille. Don't know who that is. Alright. Wall is definitely done. We are gonna bring in... Shit, who's been doing better? We're gonna bring in Robert Fitzgerald, see if he can get a job done for 3 outs. Yes, alright, perfect.
First base.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Ball 4, take your base.
Alright, we're gonna immediately hop in. Robert Fitzgerald, do the job, buddy. Finish it off. Alright, there's one. There's out number 1. Settle it. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Come on, Fitzgerald. Get me 2 more.
Hey, ha! 0-1. No, that missed. That's a ball.
Turn that. Turn that up the middle. Come on. Now he's got 85 speed. Nope. Alright, we do get 1, though. We do get 1. That's fine.
Hey!
Yes, we are moving on to the ALCS against Cleveland. Good win. Robert Fitzgerald gets a job done. He fell apart last year when we used him. This year he does a job. Walt Sterling does a job. I'll see you guys in the ALCS. Alright, we are taking on Cleveland in the ALCS. Can we get a job done? Starting off. Game 7. Alright, let's get the job done here. Let's get the job done. We are the home team. We have the better record. Can we just finish this one off? Let's rock some alternates or some throwbacks. What am I feeling? Yeah, I'm feeling the road 1980s. Let's do a job here. Get it done in our own ballpark. Might seem stupid, but actually no, we're gonna rock Diego Gomez. That's what we're gonna do. Team looks good. Just get a job done, guys. Oh yeah, we put up 3. Put up 2 more. Put up another one. Diego Gomez is gonna give up 1, but we get it right back. Oh,
3.
perfect. And just like that, we are moving on to the World Series against the Braves. Diego Gomez, 9 innings, gave up 1 run, 6 hits, 7 Ks. Did a hell of a job. So, see you guys in the World Series. All right, up against the Braves. Can we get it done through the sim? Win game 1, lose game 2. Win game 3, lose game 4. Win game 5. So this is elimination territory. This is World Series winning territory. Can we get the job done? We are the home team, which is surprising because we had an 88 win record, and we've been the home team throughout most of this. And we have the main man on the bump, Herangelo Sintji. Definitely butchered that, but this is my goat right here. Hopefully we can get it done with him on the bump. I want it to be him.
He's safe.
Immediately gives up 1 run. We get 3 back. Ah, 2-run homer's not ideal. All right.
3. 3.
We get 1 more, and we are going to hop in. Herangelo, since he's staying on the bump, I don't care if he runs completely out of stamina. He's finishing this game off. So let's go see if he can get it done for us. He definitely can. He definitely can. Top of the 9th, no pressure. See if he can finish this one off. Challenge that's based around him. Can he do it? The challenge that is based on him.
All 1.
See if he can get a job done.
Now that's low.
Okay, let's hit some spots here. I know you're tired, but come on, just give me 3 more good batters and you're done. You are a World Series champion. You can do this. You can do this. Yes, there we go. Come on. One more right here.
2 balls.
Hit your spot. Come on, nobody better. Okay, it's going to foul that off. That's fine. Pitch number 87. Come on. No, we're not getting there. Get this by him. You can do it. Oh, that ball's perfect, but we've got a guy. Somehow, some way. We have an out. All right. Just keep firing away, buddy.
Yeah.
That slider is so loopy, it's kind of weird.
Aye.
That'll play. That will be
Oh,
very
two is the
nice.
count.
Get it by him. Yes, sir. There's out number 2. Come on. Come on. 7th strikeout of the game for the main man right here. They got 3 straight lefties up, which kind of sucks. I want to throw a righty with him too, but... never mind. We might get a chance to face a righty. They have a 2-out single. Alright, let's not fall apart here. Let's not fall apart here. Ian Happ, up, because he's a switch hitter too.
Ball, that's upstairs. Hey! I got 1 ball, 1 strike. That's ball 2.
To be honest, I'd rather be pitching righty with this guy.
Hey!
Not that I don't think it makes any difference. He's 3 for 3 today. Probably because he's the only one that isn't affected. Come on, Herangelo. Pitch number 98. Can we get it done? Nope. Pitch number 99. Pitch number 100. Can you finish this off, please, buddy? Nope. No, he's going to walk him. Do I keep him in? Do I pull him? This is a dilemma. Chase Louder did hit a 3-run homer off of him before, or 2-run homer. He hit something off of him. And that's going to be runs. Alright. Maybe we should have pulled him. Maybe we should have pulled him. I think we are. I don't think we can push this any longer. Herangelo, you did a great job, but I want you to get this world. Yeah, I got to go to the pen. I wanted to end it with him. Jeremiah Estrada, can you get us 1 out, buddy? Can you get us 1 singular out? Finish this game off strong.
Ball 1.
Please.
Ball 2.
Not the start.
Ball 3.
All right. Okay, there's 1. Battle back. All right, there's 2.
We got a full count.
Not where that's supposed to be, but can we get someone there? Why is our second baseman not going after Brian Reynolds? And we do win ourselves a World Series. I wish we could have had Herangelo on the bump to finish it off, but Jeremiah Estrada comes and gets a job done. We are World Series champions. Herangelo gets himself a nice little win, 8.2 innings. Wish we could have got that last out with him, but we couldn't. Yeah, all around great game. Let's go look at the postseason awards, and then, yeah. World Series MVP goes to Adley Rutschman, who hit 500 in the World Series, which is phenomenal. 500 with 1 home run, beautiful. Anthony Santander, 9 home runs in this postseason. Cal Raleigh, 6 home runs, hitting 371. 26 RBIs in the postseason is kind of cracked. I wish there was a spot for playoff stats, but yeah, we get the job done. Let's take one last look at this roster. Obviously, we built a great squad with the limited capabilities that we had. Will this team be able to win a World Series next year or the year after? Probably not. Hell, I don't even know if we should have won this one. But they got the job done for the most part. So, that being said, thank you guys as always for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.